going on with you?
Feel weird right now?
I mean, just getting back in the swing of things. I think it'll take a couple days to get back into it, but no, it's nice to see you guys again, man. It's been a while.
When we spoke to you last, it was February 1st, and there was some question about whether you would need surgery on your thumb.
Yeah.
And the thought was that your shoulder would heal on its own. Can you kind of take us through the timeline on how things proceeded from that point forward?
Yeah, well, it actually turned out the other way. The thumb wasn't as serious as the shoulder was. So the thumb kind of tacked down when we did rehab and stuff like that, but it really took care of itself. Didn't need surgery or anything like that, so that was nice. But the shoulder, we tried to do, I really don't like to get surgery if I don't have to. So I was really in the thought of, I could rehab this thing. I played 3-4 games on it, whatever. I think I could get through this. After about 3-4 weeks of that, it just wasn't happening, it wasn't working. We were like, all right, we gotta, get the surgery. So that's when we made that choice, and I'm happy the way it worked out. I don't think it was the exact way I wanted it to work out, but everything happens for a reason.
In making that choice, were you aware that, okay, this could really scuttle any trade scenario that was happening?
I mean, yeah, in the back of your head that could happen, but you gotta take care of your body. I mean, if your body's not gonna be able to go out there and perform, then what are you worth? So I had to get that taken care of. That was priority one, and the rest took care of itself, I think.
What was this whole period of limbo like for you? I mean, it seemed like you could have maybe asked for something or just done something, but
yeah, it was weird. It was different than any situation I've ever been in. I've been in some weird ones too, so that's saying something. But no, it was I think things worked out for the best. There was a lot of ups and downs, rocky roads here and there, but I think throughout the whole thing, I'm happy with where I'm at. Happy to be with the Niners. I think the Niners are happy to have me back, and it's I think things are working out pretty well.
Jimmy, you report to training camp on time. You're out there, during some practices, running. At what point did it cross your mind and become a conscious thing? Like, what, I could end up back here.
Really wasn't on my mind, to be completely honest. I mean, I was training out here. I had to be here, so I was here for that reason. But I don't know. I was just trying to get my body right, like I was saying, getting the shoulder right. I felt very confident out there, and I knew that I was ready to roll. I just needed to figure out where it was, and things kind of fell into place these last couple of days, really, just right before it all happened.
Well, why didn't you at any point just say, hey, I've done some good stuff here, release me, let me go find a place?
That just wasn't the way I wanted to go. I think that there was a thought of that at one point, trust me, there was. But that came and went, and I don't know, things just kind of kept falling into place. And I'm one of those people that, I don't want to really ruffle the feathers too much here and there, and kind of want to just go with the flow, and that's kind of the way the training camp was going, and I was happy with it. And like I said, things worked out, and I'm happy now.
There was a deadline here essentially for this to happen. What made you want to come back here specifically versus, hey, they could have released you and you could have explored those options?
A lot of things, actually. I think just the opportunity to be with the same team that I'm familiar with, offense I'm familiar with, coaches, players, all that stuff really played a big role in it. Seeing the other opportunities that were out there, and just, you weighed the pros and cons of everything. Trust me, there was a lot of back and forth going on just with other teams and what I wanted my future to look like. And so this is what I wanted. I'm happy the way it worked out. And, it's just the familiarity, I think, was a big part of it.
When you're doing that, how much are you thinking of, you mentioned the future, how much are you thinking of what is best for me to position me next off season to go?
I mean, you always have to think about that. It's as much as you're in it, for the wins and everything like that, you got to look into the future a little bit, contract situations and all that. And I think everybody does that to a certain degree, and you have to be smart in that sense of it. But it's at the end of the day, I'm a 49er right now, and I'm happy about that.
When you guys had the ability to talk to other teams this summer, was there ever a situation where a team came to you and said, we'd want to trade for you under a certain contract, under a contract reduction? Did it come to that point with any teams, or?
Not to that degree. A little different verbiage, I guess you could say, but there was a lot of discussions with other teams.
Before your line, did you check with Trey to make sure he was okay with it, or do you just know he'd be okay with it?
I mean, talking to Kyle and John, they were pretty clear about it. I didn't directly talk to Trey about it, but Kyle and John said that they talked to him and everything. And I mean, me and Trey, honestly, I know that a lot of stuff gets made in the media and shit like that, but we have a good relationship, man. It's So, I mean, everyone can say what they want and everything, but I mean, we went through it last year. It was very similar to this situation, so it's not like we haven't done it before.
Is there that confidence more? You got a
Someone's
130
never happened
plan?
like this with a former starter, comes back and stays as the backup. Is it a little bit of a blow to your ego? Is it a little bit tough to, kind of wrap your mind around you are no longer the starter? You won a lot of big games here, and you're coming back as a backup.
I mean, yeah, if that's gonna take a blow to your ego, you gotta check your ego a little bit. But no, I think you gotta know who you are in this league, who you are as a player, who you are as a person, and I think that's gonna carry you a long way. And so that's why I'm really not too concerned about that.
Is your shoulder 100% game ready and recovered, or are you still ramping that up?
I mean, just with practice, every day it'll help a little bit more and more. I just get more and more used to it. But yeah, I feel good with it. Feel very confident. I'm happy with where it's at.
I appreciate that.
All right, good seeing you guys.